friends. It's Cure versus Nice coming up the docket with a special guest. Pig joins me for this cast. It was a good time. Maybe I'll cast better with him the next time. But anyways, again, before we get into this, like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. I upload videos daily, or try to. YouTube occasionally slows down the rendering process, but daily videos here. And also I stream live on Twitch every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern for EPT KR. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. for the Apprentice Cup, and then 11 p.m. Eastern for EPT Korea, and then Tuesday and Thursday for any Apprentice, 7 p.m. Eastern for that. So folks, make sure to check all that out. But for now, it's Cure, it's Nice, and Pig joins me. It was a good time.
Hello everybody, welcome. We're doing a cast with Beowulf right now. So we are going to be hopping into this EPT weekly match. We've got Nice, who just dismantled me with mass troll rays in the top right. A hyper-aggressive Protoss who had a crazy series versus Spirit at Katowice. And who's he up against, Beowulf?
In the bottom left, we got a player who actually just won the most recent EPT Cup in Korea. His name for Dragon Phoenix Gaming is Cure.
All right, so it looks like a very standard opening for Cure, minus the fact that he didn't scout. So he's going to be going for the Reaper, and it looks like a 3-Rax opening, so maybe Reaper into Reactor. Nice is hiding his probe though, so that Reaper really does not want to let that probe scout up the ramp, but he's going to get a full scout and be a nuisance as well on the SCV building the command center. So really nice start for Nice, who's also chronoing an Adept across the map, and he's going to be going Stargate behind that. As we can see, he skipped Warp Gate research. So it's going to be classic Nice. I think Adepts, Oracles, then more Adepts, then more Oracles. Pretty much every matchup. This is how Nice plays StarCraft.
Well, Pig, I got some news for you. This is Nice playing. It's not classic. He played on Saturday, but he's not playing today. Actually, the probe gets into the main base here. That's kind of the goal of getting that double supply depot early, but now Nice knows exactly what he's up against. Sure, there's the Reaper on the other side. Shield battery. Ooh. Dealing everything with that, but Nice knows this is a 3-Rax. He knows he doesn't have to commit too hard into Stargate play, but yeah, okay, that is the single Stargate. So, single Oracle probably, but then ground focus.
My man. And, all right. Oh my god. Okay, finally gets rid of that. The Adepts being super annoying. This doesn't really cut into the production too badly. He's now getting cut in. It's only a few seconds of supply block, and the Reaper does do a bit of damage as well. Okay, I gotta say, as the Terran, this is very frustrating though. Not getting that mule down every second it's delayed is really bad for Cure, and look at that. Even the Adepts here, just by threatening the Shade, this is slowing down Cure, reestablishing the natural. The Reaper's desperately trying to get counter damage. If he can get up a few probes here, it does help equalize a little, but this is still a very frustrating opening for Cure so far.
Oh, he does Nice it again as well. This natural is just taking a dog's age to get on up. Now, there are enough Marines now. Benefit of a 3-Rax. You have a lot of Marines, but both Adepts don't go down. And as you said, that lack of an orbital, it is slowing down the economy of Cure a good deal. But the question now...
Ooh, he caught the Adepts though, so that's a nice little turnaround, but nothing in the main. Oh no! Didn't he see the Stargate? Oh my god, this is so bad.
I guess he didn't notice, but now SCVs have to be pulled off the line. And yeah, Oracles are not as good against Terran as they are the other race, but if there's anything defensive, it does not really matter. Sure, he's just going all in with the units in the middle of the map.
I mean, I guess if you kill 2 of their first 3 gateway units, you know Protoss only has 1 gate early, and Nice realizes how dangerous this is. I really wish he put a gateway down in the wall. Like, if he did a full wall, anything to buy a moment here, he just needs to warp in some units. He's got 1 Adept, 1 Oracle right now. I guess with battery overcharge, maybe the Oracle can actually defend this. Shield batteries are so good. Cure, you've committed to this. You kind of need to get in there, don't you? I feel like he needs to just shove in.
Yeah, Pig, there was a timing and there was only 1 pylon. Maybe Cure is able to stim in there, knock down all the shield batteries, and take advantage of the fact that it's literally only 1 Adept on the ground. But now there's double pylon. You're not able to snipe that, and Nice just playing to the edge of things. Stalkers, Adepts, they're always going to be a little bit more microable than the unstimmed Marine, and these Marines, they don't want to stim. That's 10% of their HP gone right there. It's not all that great. So Cure looks like he's going to back up.
Yeah, he's supply blocked again, and normally a factory should be down about, what, 4 minutes 20 is what I say with the 3-Rax build, so your medevacs aren't too crazy late, and they're always late with this build, but that way they're not too crazy late. This one went down at 5:10, so it just kind of shows you how delayed he is. Now, obviously, Nice has sacrificed stuff to mess the game up, right? A Nice game never has clean timings because he's so aggressive. On the other hand, you've got 2 bases full. You've got a Forge, a Robo on the way for Nice. I mean, he is lacking a Twilight and a 3rd base. and I don't think he can establish a third. So I think this is the big problem for Nice right now. And I know this is such a dumb thing that I always say, but I think he should take a corner base as his third because it's the only one he can defend right now.
You know, Pig, I would agree with you in principle, but Kier had that done to him by Hero on Saturday night on this map. It was the northwest corner base. So you got to figure that Kira's at least has that in the back of his head. It just happened to him so recently. But as you said, yeah, third base not going up for quite a long time. Now, Oracle's still, they're finding their pound of flesh. And I love this, actually. Nice. He's got triple Oracle here. It means you can one-shot workers. It means you can one-shot Marines. And Oracle goes down.
He dives and kills the sentries. I didn't even catch it. He must have just focused the sentries before the force fields went down. The classic Wings of Liberty. I hope you're not looking and you don't press force field in time strategy. Oh my God, this could pay off big, or it could end up not being worth it. He hasn't found his way into the probe line. The way Nice walls off his mineral lines, I always look at it and go, that looks awkward. But you can see why he does it now. The Marines literally cannot get into that mineral line. This is so well done by Nice. And despite Kua catching him off guard, he gets so much damage.
Had nothing going down here. A lot of those Marines, they got their one stem running out and they couldn't get a second. They just did not have enough HP. So now Nice, he has his third base on the way. He can do that now. He has Colossus +1, all this deck. Anything a young Protoss could want as they look to establish themselves in the world. And I guess, you know, Cure has his armor upgrades on the way, but this third base from Cure is so late.
Yeah, you know, a normal 3-racks game where you've like denied their third, you haven't really traded, you've kept your army alive, I'd be like, oh, this is an okay CT timing, but you add that to the fact that Cure doesn't have the big 3-racks army still alive. He doesn't have his first 2 medevacs, you know, they're only about to come out, and it's like, oh my God, and look at this. This is classic Nice. He's got non-blink stalkers and oracles hunting down Marines on the Terran side of the map at 8 minutes in. Only Nice would be doing that. He does finally pay the price for getting a bit cocky there. 4 stalkers going down, so Kua gets a little bit of revenge. He's got to feel good about that. Remember, stalkers are very expensive units, and right now Nice has almost nothing that shoots up. And if you remember the Spirit series, did you guys cast that? Was that mainstream? I can't really remember at Katowice, but basically Nice only built things that don't shoot up that whole series and got dropped to death. So this could cause him problems.
Yeah, that was mainstream. We did not get any of the qualifying matches, unfortunately. But Nice, he finds the drop. So at the very least, he should not get dropped to death on this one. The Colossus has to be careful because, well, you can kind of drop on top of that one and kill it. That's exactly what Cure wants to do here. You're going to try to get on top of things. We're going to see a lot of stuff in the air go down. Phoenix, at least maybe that's the alternative. If you have Phoenix, you don't get dropped to death.
Oh.
But the Colossus dies.
2 Oracles of Phoenix and a Colossus, and suddenly Q is back in this game, and Nice is like, well, I'm gonna build Phoenix for anti-air, but it's an afterthought. Like, okay, what Nice was doing was so perfect. If you give him another minute to get 2 Colossus out, range, charge, and a bunch of Zealots in front of his army, he's got like a massive ground pounding army. He'd have 3 or 4 Phoenix out to stop the drops, but Kua knew he needed to go do stuff and hope to find an opening, hope to find a weak point. He finds a massive opening, and now I look at this game and I go, yeah, this is actually totally fine and playable for Cure. You know, your upgrades are a little ahead. You've got mobility and map control. You're up against a Protoss player who's been so aggressive that he would have the vision advantage if he'd kept his oracles alive because they'd be tagging. But without the oracles, he's completely blind.
And look at what Kira's doing here. He's got a quad drop actually into the main base. Colossus popping out just in the nick of time to try to keep this alive. But he's also just running random Widow Mines into that third base. We're going to see the Robo go down. That's not all that great. It's a single Phoenix. What does this do in the air? Not much of anything. So Nice, he's taking damage. I want to say in the third, no, looks like the cannon took care of that, but he's just taking so much damage everywhere that not only is this a game where Cure has found its way back into it now, Pig, it's a game where Cure is arguably ahead.
Yeah, starting to smash it. I mean, he's 2-2. Oh my God. A Terran starting 2-2 before 10 minutes? What is this, Beowulf? Not sitting on 1-1 for like 4 minutes straight? This is crazy.
Well, it's okay, Pig. We're not watching Beyond, so it's okay. Actually,
Cure actually knows what those upgrades are good for. I like it. I do love Cure, man. It's really cool. He's one of the... I feel like he really has made his own style over the last couple of years, and dude, he's in his comfort zone now, right? Just this multi-prong. He loves picking Protoss apart with this.
Yeah, really floating like a butterfly. One army in, one army out. Just wherever Nice is, Cure is not. Wherever Cure is, Nice is not. But still, for now, the Phoenix will be able to shave off a Marauder, make something happen. The one random Widow Mine from earlier that was in that drop, it's now going to find 4 or 5 probes. Actually, no, Nice. He's got the split. Good job. But there's an army in the natural. Nice. Okay, Nice is just going to go all in. He says, well, I can't really defend things anymore. of taking too much damage. So Zealot's on the other side of the map, but it's only the Zealots, not the rest of his army. This is a bit of a misclick. Nice, that's not what you want. They're just going to evaporate. And the natural still not dealt with. Okay, so Marauders into the natural yet more. And yeah, their Colossus, the Immortals, should be able to clean these things up. And Phoenix, they're tickling at the medevacs, so they should be able to knock those down as well. But that's one army that Cure lost. He has another one where that came from on the north side, getting ready for the next level of aggression. His upgrades are done, as Pig did say, because, hey, 2-2 is better than 1-1, and it's at a decent timing. I imagine Cure might wait for Ghosts here, just for EMPs, considering how Zealot heavy this army of Nice is.
Yeah, and Nice is such a YOLO lord, by the way. He doesn't make armor upgrades. He makes +3 attack, even before Zealots. Now, he has Colossus, so I can kind of get behind it. But even when he plays pure Zealot Phoenix, he still refuses to make armor upgrades. And I am like, that's crazy, man. Armor is so good for Zealots up against Marines and Marauders, right? They're low damage, fast shooting units. You've got 100 hit points. Only 50 shields on the Zealot. It's one of those units that has way less shields than hit points. I really wish he would add the armor upgrade in because it's so much cheaper, faster to upgrade. And I think even if you want that high damage output, get +2 attack, but squeeze that +1 armor in would be a good idea sooner rather than later. I mean, that being said, we're nitpicking details right now because Nice is just hanging on for dear life. He's going to try and just make every bit of splash damage while turtling on 3 base, and he's going to hope that Cure stumbles into Psystorm, Colossus in a giant ball, clumped up, and just throws his army away, basically.
Yeah, Big Guy was going to ask it. Storm at this point doesn't feel like it's going to be all that. Storm finishing right around the time that Enhanced Shockwave finishes really does not feel all that great for the Protoss. How do you think? Shouldn't it have been Disruptors here, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I get it, because the thing is, the Storm does hit instantly, right? When you're this far behind, Q is going to dodge every Disruptor shot, and he can also split push like this, and Disruptors aren't as good as Storm here. And he's got the High Templar in the Prism. It's a gamble move. It's also a very surprising move. Unfortunately, not in position for this, and Q is coming in around the left side as well. Oh, this is just already so much damage, and now the army in the natural, I mean, that's where he can maybe get a big engage, but Q has already done enough to trade out efficiently.
Yeah, that he hasn't. Even still, Nice is struggling to deal with the stuff in the main base. This army, there's actually nothing defending these Colossus, so Kier's just going to stim on top. Storm's going to land, though. That's something, but still. Oh, no, one Colossus does survive. Storm, good unit. You heard it here first. But
Marauders get dropped by the Phoenix, and Colossus goes down anyway. Fair move. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Ow, Speaking of owls, Widowmines are still there.
Well, you know, this Widowmine's only going to get 1 probe, mainly because there's only 1 probe left in the mineral line. Feels bad.
Oh, dude. What a comeback. It felt so good for Nice, but then, and especially, like, I thought Q was going to win when he stimmed in and killed the sentries, but somehow, I think Nice just overextending with that Stalker Oracle pressure, where I was like, only Nice would do this, and it's like, it's so greedy being on that side of the map versus Stim Shield Buyer with non-blink Stalkers. And I really think that's where that game turned around. Tell that to this idiot down here in the bottom left side. We got Good Game Gaming's goodest gamer, the man who likes to mass Void Rays and throw Adepts and Oracles at his opponents for days. It's Noise.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. That's fine. Well, his opponent, the bottom left or bottom, wow, upper right. I totally forgot who we were talking about. It's fine for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Pulling a rabbit out of a hat in that first game. He is for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Sure.
Indeed, a rabbit out of the hat. And 2 games in a row now versus Nice with no scout. The balls on this kid. Absolutely. Just honestly, against Nice, seriously, like, Cure, you greedy lad. I cannot believe you're getting away with that. But you know what? Nice 2 games in a row has played a pretty standard Cybercore expand. So if it was a proxy gate, if it was a Max Pax, a proxy Void Ray, Cure would be very sad. As it is, he gets away with it. He gets a head start. And this is the advantage of winning that last game as well, right? When you're up a game, you feel even happier to be like, I'm going to skip scouting. I'm just going to be a bit greedy here and go right up into my 3 racks. So, yeah, he cuts a corner, gets a bit ahead.
Isn't this kind of a Korean Terran thing, though? Byun, famous for not scouting. Maru doesn't scout. He scouts, what, 50% of the time, maybe? You're not scouting as well? I mean...
The thing is, shouldn't you do it versus, like, players who are known to be cheesy bastards, right? So, like, I feel like that attitude is what prolonged SOS career by a couple years, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Although, I guess there's the argument, right? Taiwan is a country where you have Haas in it. And if sure, Nice might be known as a cheesy player, but when you're a countryman with Haas, doesn't any reputation you have for being cheesy just pale in comparison? People kind of forget about it.
Absolutely. Now, oh, the adept does get in. Okay, that's totally fine for Q. If you don't, I mean, he sees the 3 racks, but you will catch the adept. Actually, it's not really fine. It's really bad, actually, to give him that early scout. Lets him really get on the right track early. I thought Q might think about doing like one of his little 6 marine attacks, which he'll sometimes do, where he like just walks off reactor first, 6 marines across, and is like, yep, walks over to their natural. And if the Protoss doesn't see it, he might catch the second adept on the map. He might get into the natural completely unspotted and kill some stuff. But because Nice is so in your face, he's kind of forced to respect it and pull back here. Now, more adepts, more oracles coming across the map, and a forward probe, not to mention a Twilight Council. So I think we're going to see a Blink Stalker proxy gate follow-up attack. But Nice is so crazy. Sometimes he just like does really delayed, like, here's 6 adepts, here's 8 adepts. It's kind of the parting build, but with much more aggression leading into it. So it hits ridiculously late and appears bad just on a timing level. But as always, timing doesn't matter because he's in your face from the start to the finish. The Oracle Adept diving on the Marines, but I think he's misjudged it. Q has the numbers. The Reactor first really helping him out against this. And I said he was greedy for not scouting, but I think with the power of the Reactor first and not missing a beat on his Marine production, Q has actually countered what Nice does in an obscenely large percentage of his games.
Yeah, but Pig, you talk about, oh, it's going to be forward gateway, blinks up. No, it's glaives. 6 gates on the way for compared to, what are we at? Yeah, this is going to be 7 gate glaives coming out from Nice in this game. Channeling as Haas. This is something that Haas has actually killed Cure with and won an EPT Cup with. So we're going to have to see if that works out for him. But, I mean, cheeky boy on Glittering Ashes.
Yeah. Oh, such a dirty build. Now, obviously, this is so good at killing 3 command center when their stim and shields is late. You just hit before stim shields, they just die as they take their 3rd base. Super easy win. In this scenario, it's quite hard because if the bio stutter steps away from your adepts are some of the most cumbersome, awkward units in the game. So the goal here, because Q is moving out, is you're probably gonna have to warp in a lot of adepts at home, jump on this push, kill it, and then immediately shade across for the counterattack. And he's actually going to try and even now do an adept counterattack. He uses his probe to chase this SCV away a little bit. He's got 2 batteries at home. Oh, yeah, he's going to try and use 3 adepts with glaives into the natural. They could do some good damage. This could go either way. It really comes down to how these battles face off.
Yeah, if Nice is able to shut down this push on the other side, and he is starting to find value here already, bio stimming on in, and it's going to have to be dealt with, but still 3 adepts against with glaives against not a large amount of stim bio. Okay, like 2 adepts will go down, but now Nice, he has a lot of adepts at home. He's going to look to try to jump on top of this army right now. He sees where it is, but here being judicious with his stim Oracle, got to be careful. 6 workers have died
to bait that stim, isn't he? Like you said, he's really trying to bait that stim, and Q is just being super patient. He's keeping the ball together. He's building bunkers. Q probably wishes he had a wall at home and those depots weren't behind his natural right now, because you get behind a wall and adepts are the most worthless unit in the game. But I really feel that Nice needed more killer instinct right now. His adepts are still just sitting on the other side of the map. He's going to get these Marines though just before the bunkers are done.
Oh, bunker completes just now, but I think half those Marines died, and now the Adepts, they have a little bit more damage potential. A couple SCVs will go down. Now Adepts looking to find their way out of bunker range. Actually, no, they're not. They're just going to sit there. A couple of them will die, but Cure gets safely back with his army, which is the big thing. Nice was looking to maybe ambush that as a runaway, maybe after it spends a stim, but now he will not be able to do so, and there is so much here with these 2 bunkers, plenty of Marauders, a bunch of Marines. Hey, I don't know how Nice is able to break through this now.
Well, I don't even know what Nice is thinking, because he took so long to take the fight against the Adepts, and maybe he's just better than us and he could judge, oh, I couldn't take that fight versus the Bio. But that's partially why you don't go Resonating Glaives against a 3-Rax build, because they have a big stack of Bio. What's bad against this is tanks, Cyclones, 3rd Command Centers, Vikings, Banshees. All those technical units can't get through such a big wave of Adepts. 3-Rax Bio usually can. Now, there's still 2 bunkers. He's got to stim and get away from these Adepts. The Adepts surround a lot of the Bio there. The bunkers also were stimmed. You can see the units in them took damage. A lot of firepower coming out. And remember, Cure can afford to lose a lot of SCVs as long as he holds on.
Yeah, but look at this positioning from the adepts as well. I don't think many of them died. They killed off so much of that bio sitting out of range of the bunkers. So they're only fighting these Marines that have stimmed, that are really not in the best position. There was not a lot of healing from those medevacs to start. So now adepts looking to shade on in for a second time here on the ramp. Oh, they can get the main, but they don't. They just kill the army instead. Widow mines. Oh, such big shots. That was almost amazing for Nice, but it's just not going to work out for him at the end.
Nah, it's just too much stuff here, and this is why I'm very surprised he went Glaives up against a 3-Rax build. It just, you know, the counter to mass adepts is mass stim bio. You scouted him going stim bio before committing to this. An odd choice for Cure, and I really thought it had to be jump on the army at home, warp in all your adepts there, and then go across the map for the counterattack. But he went for the counterattack first, and I'm once again rewinding as Cure takes the 2-0 because I want to go back. He got the adept in before committing to this, I'm quite sure. And I don't know if it's just he was already planning this, because his adept scouts 3-Rax at 3 minutes into the game. And that's so bizarre that he would choose to go 3-Rax. This is the opposite of when I would normally think a Glaives adept all in is good. If you scare a guy into building a tank, into building a couple tanks, a couple cyclones, you know, he's doing a Widow Mine drop, so he's you know, committing units to the other side of the map, Liberator. All that stuff's really weak to this because it delays you getting the massive bio and the stims.